gonna catch some cool lizards, find some adorable tree frogs, and then later, we're gonna find some snakes. Coming up right after this. Hi guys, my name is Eddie. I'm a biologist, and on this channel, we explore nature. We teach you about nature and how to find, identify, and photograph wildlife. So feel free to subscribe. And right now, I'm at my parents' house in Florida. I got my cameraman Ty, my brother, and I'm looking for the very common brown anole lizard. Now I know that some people are gonna laugh at me that I'm using a net to catch lizards. It's definitely true that they're easier to catch with a net, and some people are like, oh, a true herper only catches herps with his hands. All I have to say is I'm a birder first, I'm a herper second. I do not take pride in my lizard catching skills. So hey, at least I'm honest with you. All right, so we're searching my backyard. All right, there's one right there. They're just like everywhere. Brown anole lizards love to bask in the sun. The sun has just shown itself. I feel like I am seeing way more brown anole lizards.
He just ran behind you.
All right, I got one. I know this is a cheap way to catch a brown anole lizard, but whatever. This is the brown anole. This is an invasive species, all descended from pets and that people have just released or that have escaped in Florida. And one concern about brown anoles is that they're actually out-competing the native green anole for habitat, food. It's actually pretty interesting. Studies have shown that brown anoles and green anoles actually eat each other's eggs. But these are really cute lizards to find, and you know, if you get bored during the quarantine, you have a backyard in Florida or even other parts of the southeast where this lizard has spread, go out and look for them. So the dewlap is this flap of skin, this orange flap of skin that opens up underneath the throat. And brown anole lizards will actually use that to attract mates and also as like a warning display for territory. And these guys actually do fight. They're very territorial. I actually have some footage here that I recorded on my phone a few weeks ago of two brown anoles actually fighting each other. And it was very likely over a territorial dispute. Both males and females will fight each other over territory. Studies have shown that females, although they're less likely to fight than males, they will more quickly engage in a fight than males do. Their tails do come off, so I tried catching one of these guys a few weeks ago. I broke off its tail by accident, and when their tails break off, I guess it does make them more susceptible to predators. So just to be nice to these guys, try not to break off their tails when you catch them, although they are an invasive species, so if they are more susceptible to predators, I don't know, it's kind of a moral dilemma. What do you think?
Don't know what we have to do, but someone's gotta change.
This is the Florida box turtle, and he's retracting a new shell as I get really close to him, although he does seem like he's not too scared of me. It is a subspecies of the common box turtle. The subspecies is endemic to Florida. These guys are identifiable because of this unique pattern of yellow lines on their shell. I don't know how you would describe that. I guess they can be found in a wide range of habitats here. So you can see my backyard, Florida suburban habitat. Right next to a hot tub was where I found this guy. I know many of you herpers already know this, but many people don't know this. The underside part of its shell is called a plastron, and I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, you can post in the comments. On box turtles, this is actually hinged, okay? This is flexible. You can see, I don't want to hurt them, but you can kind of see when I push my finger down ever so slightly that it kind of moves. It allows a turtle to close its shell tightly, so when it wants to retract all of its appendages and its head back into its shell, it allows the bottom of its shell to close upwards so that, you know, it's more protected. That's definitely a good find, putting him back, or her. I don't know how to sex these things, so I'm just gonna drive around my neighborhood, maybe find a corn snake. It's pretty hot during the day, things cool down slightly at night. Hopefully we find something. Reptiles will go onto the pavement when the pavement is warmer than like the air in the surrounding area, because they like the heat, because they're exothermic. It's always better to go herping with a friend, so you can hold the snake with your hands while your friend takes photos, you know? But wow, what a gorgeous little guy. Look at him, he's just chilling here. Look at that patterning, how gorgeous. Man, I'm really pumped that I found this guy. There's these sprinklers, I just saw a frog. All right, so this is what I believe is a Cuban tree frog, and I've found these guys a lot the past few days. Really beautiful little frog, but they are invasive. Actually, I've heard that they actually eat other tree frog species. Okay, so I'm pretty tired because I was up late road cruising, but I'm in this place now. Hopefully I can find something here. Look at him, he's right here. There's this busy highway right there. It's not really a highway, just a busy road. But look at this guy, he's just right here. So he's got to get out of here because I don't want him to get run over. So gopher tortoises are really special animals. They're the only tortoise that lives east of the Mississippi River in the United States. They're just super chill animals. You know, they live in these burrows. So during the day, they'll just kind of wander around, not too far away from the burrows. Apparently, they're opportunistic grazers, which means that, you know, they'll eat like a wide variety of plants, whatever is available to them. They are of special conservation concern. You know, a lot of different states have different listings. Federally, there's different listings, but in the state of Florida, they're listed as threatened, and they are in trouble due to habitat destruction, habitat fragmentation. Because they're a threatened species, it's illegal to harass these guys, it's illegal to hunt them. And I'm not sure, I think you might need a permit to actually touch one and handle one. So that's why I'm not actually gonna touch it with my hands. So if you see these guys, just leave them be, just appreciate them from far away. I did go right up to this tortoise and I basically just kind of herded him away. But that was just because we're right next to this busy road, and you know, the last thing I want him to do is cross a busy road. So now you are back going into your natural habitat. All right, so I got a black racer right here. Pal, come. My dog's back there.
Pal, come. Good boy.
Look at that, what a beauty.
He's right here, Eddie.
Yes, I got him. All right, so unfortunately, that black racer got away. While I was being a moron and talking to the camera, I think it took off. And with black racers, you gotta watch out. You just gotta, once you see them, you gotta go after them and you gotta go fast, because they are some of the fastest snakes, at least around here.
They raced away.
But this is really cool. So this is actually a green anole, which this is a native species of anole. These are the anoles that I was talking about that are actually getting out-competed by brown anoles. Brown anoles are the invasive species, green anoles are the native species. Very similar species to the brown anole, but as you can see, they just have this really bright green color. It's really special when I see these guys around our house, because I would say it's probably 1 out of every 100 anoles that I see is a green anole. I would say the rest of them are brown anoles. All right, I'm gonna let this guy go. One thing that I just noticed, you can really see the change of color. When I first caught him, he was brighter green, and his head now is like brownish, darker. He has all these blotches on him. So now I'm actually coming to you from California. I was just in Florida visiting my parents, then I flew out to San Diego, but now I'm here with my friend Johnny. He's our reptile guy. Yeah, now we're gonna go look for whatever we can find in the road on the outskirts of San Diego. So we found our rattlesnake. Wow, really, really beautiful.
It's okay.
So we'll get some better views. Wow, that's gorgeous. So, what sex do you think it is, Johnny?
Hard to tell.
These are just such gorgeous animals. They are pit vipers. Basically what they do is they use these heat sensing pits to detect their prey. Johnny just saw a mouse there. These guys are searching for small mammals. I have seen so many of these guys while I've been hiking out in the field, doing field work for my job. To be honest, they will only be mean if you bother them and if you mess around with them. Only handle these guys if you have experience. If you have no experience handling snakes, do not go near one of these guys. Right now we were very careful to treat it with respect. Johnny is very experienced with reptiles, and that's why I felt safe handling a rattlesnake. I'm just gonna be completely honest, I am not the most experienced with snakes. I do have some experience with snakes. I don't have that much experience with snakes, and the thing is, I'm out here with someone who's really experienced. Would I go out in the field and, you know, just be handling rattlesnakes on my own? Probably not. If you have no experience handling venomous snakes at all, you need to go out with people who are experienced before you handle anything yourself. And by the way, I didn't actually handle it with my hands. A snake hook does wonders, especially with a small 18-inch rattlesnake like that. It is a successful herping night.